Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope you're ready for a workout today. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Denver. I mean, it's going to be like in the 50s. So I'm going to take full advantage before we get our next snowfall. I wanted to comment. There was some people commenting on our page. Hi, Ildi, how are you doing? Hopefully all those crazy symptoms after the shingles shot has left you, I hope. I saw a comment about how this 60 up would destroy an older person's knees. And, I just wanted to comment on that because what we're doing is strengthening your knees. This is all about joint stability and improving your joint stability. And so those kind of comments are frustrating because there's just a real lack of awareness. I think people that have osteoporosis or arthritis or something, they feel like they can't do anything. And on the contrary, exercise and strength training is exactly what you need to be doing. So, that's why the 60 up is so fantastic and so important and essential as we age to strengthen our knees, our ankles, our hips, our low backs, and then our upper body with the bands. So today is going to be mostly a board class. I'm going to do some of the basics to start. So LD, looks like it's just you and me right now, but hey, let's get started. I'm going to turn on some music. And look, I've got bright pink on. I felt like that would be a good pop of color today. And let's just start with some hip circles. So just do that nice rotation out. Come all the way up on the ball of that foot. Keep the board center, and if you feel like it, you can pick that foot up. But remember, you're keeping that standing leg bent. The knee is slightly bent to take that pressure off. Morning, I see some people joining. Of course, from here, I'm completely blind. I know you probably can relate to that, right? And use your breath here. And we're going to do two more. And then we are going to switch. So first you can just keep that foot on the floor and you can keep it going like this if that feels good. But if you want to pick that knee up, go for it. Stay grounded. Don't hold your breath. Relax the shoulders. Just starting to get the blood circulating. Get that energy flowing. Open up those hips and breathe. And we're just going to do two more of these. And now we are going to go into our calf raises. Always important to warm up the calves and the ankles. Because when you think about it, every time we're doing a balance and strength move on the board, that's our foundation. We're always talking about, those pressure points in our feet. And if your ankle isn't stable, how do you expect to have a strong foundation for the rest of your body, right? So come all the way up, get a good stretch. And then if you'd like to pick up your toes when you come down, has that range of motion improved at all for you? I think it has for me slightly, which is encouraging. Lift and lift for 4 and 3, 2. Last one here. Hold it at the top. Take a nice deep breath. look to the right. And then bring your head center and look to the left. And then bring it center. And then release. Now we're just going to do the feet a little wider apart, and we're going to warm up our hamstrings. Doing those hamstring curls we love. This really is the best exercise to warm up the backs of your legs. That's why we all do it. Low impact moves are the best, aren't they? You can go slow and just put your mind in your hamstrings. Exhale at the top. Now we're going to do 2 counts on one side. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. Keep that board center. So we're starting to work that inner focus now, our coordination, connecting that mind and body. I love Dan's class, the brain-body connection on Tuesday. So if you haven't already joined into that class, I think it's essential because he really maps out the fundamentals and what's so essential and important when using the 60 up, okay? And we're gonna do one more on each side. See how I lost it? Just not focused. And then do a nice side step. Start waking up those outer thighs. It's so crazy. And we're gonna do that shift and lift, okay? So we're first gonna stabilize here, then lift and lift. Remember to lead with the heel of that foot. Soft knees. And use your breath. For 4, lift. 3, exhale. 2, and 1. Good, and stabilize, and just do some knee lifts now. Always keeping that board center. And you know, it really doesn't matter how high the knee goes. If you can just lift it to here, that's okay. You're still engaging the hip flexors. Just stay tall. Keep the chest lifted. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now step it out. Push that heel down, release the hands, and do those nice sweeping circles back. I love this exercise here, this drill, to warm up your upper body, your back. Just think of opening up your chest. Use your breath. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now what we're going to do is 3 toe taps on the 1, the 2, the 3, and then down. And then we're going to switch. So you are going to point that toe, and you are going to place your foot. Okay, so let's stabilize first. Get that board center. Here we go. It's 1, down, 2, down, 3, and down. These basics are very important, especially for the beginner, because you're really getting familiar with that foot placement and also the stability of keeping that board center and connecting the brain and the body here. So if you have to go slower, that's okay. And then when you think you have it, you can look up because you know about where that placement is, right? You know, it's just that first one is straight in front of you and that last one is pretty wide. But keep that standing leg bent. Don't lock that out. I know that's a temptation. When you do this, are you able to maintain that center on the board? A lot of things to pay attention to here. Okay, this is the last one on each side. Tap it out. And you can pick up the leg a little higher if you like. Good. Now step it out. Just press that heel down. Release those arms. Let's circle it forward. Just a nice, easy warm-up today. Mondays are always more of the board basics. My Friday, I combine more intermediate and some advanced moves, but I involve more off the board as well as on the board. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And push the heels down. Now we're going to go into that crossover step. So we're going to do that heel touch behind the 1 and the 1, the 2 and the 2, and the 3 and the 3. So here we go. 1, heel, 2, and 3. And you're just going to keep that going again, keeping that board center, place. I dip down a little bit when I do that tap. So this is really working all the muscles in your lower body, especially that inner thigh. And don't worry if you mess it up. It's okay. You know, it's no big deal, right? If you miss the 1 position or the 2 position. Always just doing the best you can. That's what it's about, you know, being consistent. And just embracing the journey, you know. It's so fun though, isn't it, to see your progress? I always love to hear everybody's progress. It really makes my day. You know, I was walking this morning and our streets are quite icy because we had such a wet snow over the weekend. And there was an elderly lady walking her dog with her cane. God bless her, with her little doggie. And we had a little chat, you know, about watching your footing. And she said, yeah, it's the last thing I need to do is break a hip. And I said, you know what you need? I can't help it, you know. I know this board can help people, so I'm happy to share it, you know. Okay, one more. I know I've been talking, but it's good. You're sufficiently warming up. And then bring it back to center and step it out. Now, one thing I want to ask you here. Were you gripping those poles extra tight? You know, they're there and it's great, but we don't want to rely on them so much where we're gripping them so tight, where we're holding tension in our upper bodies. So it's important just once in a while I love how Dan and Kathy say, you know, just to play the piano or just wiggle those fingers once in a while. Just to, you know, lighten that grip. For 4 and press. 3 and press. 2 and 1. Good. Now push those heels down. Now we are going to go into that center line and we're going to press forward. Just push forward and then push back. Keep that board center. Okay, we're just going to ease into our one leg balance here today. So first I want you to feel super sturdy, super stable, and just focus on that thigh muscle when you press, push back, press. Use your body weight here. And think about pressing all your weight into the foot and then press back. Relax those shoulders down. For 4, push back. 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do our first balance. So step up that center line. Lift the other knee. Tuck the pelvis under. Engage your core and just breathe here. How fast can you find your center? If you feel really confident, you want to try to take your hands off, do it one at a time, okay? Pick that focal point, and I'm going to do it right here. Breathing. How are you doing? Are you with me on this? Not too bad. Step down and down. Step it out again before we switch. Just roll the shoulders up and back before we switch. For 4, 3, feels so good. 2, last one. Ground your body. Here we go. Step forward, press forward, push back. Step, press, push back. You know, I have to say, I really miss teaching my live classes where I can see everybody. But I'm so thrilled that we have this format, you know, because, gosh, staying active during this pandemic has been so crucial, hasn't it? Can you believe that it's been a year? How many of you have had your vaccines? I haven't had my first one yet. My sister, who's a physical therapist and does home health care, is getting her first one today. She's a couple years older than me. I think Denver's a little bit behind with the vaccines. I'm not sure. And we're just going to do one more, and then we're going to go into that balance. Are you ready? Let's do it. Step. Then when you're ready, lift. Again, tuck that pelvis under, drop those shoulders, pull those abdominals in. I'm picking focal point Barney. Barney, listen, you're my focal point. I'm going to try my best to take, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this side. I'm going to try it. What I do, you know, I'm really focusing on my feet. You know, distributing the weight evenly throughout my foot and using my breath. I don't think I'm quite center though with the board. I think I'm kind of cheating, but I'm still holding my balance, and that's the most important thing, right? Okay, how did you do? Step down and down, bring your feet a little wider, and let's do those hamstring curls and release. Release. Okay, let me know how you did there. Blah, blah. Bring your arms here, pull back, pull. You know, I always like to do a nice release with the upper body too. Can't help it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sidestep it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it center. Step. Okay, now we're going to go into that V step. So it's going to be wide, wide, and then narrow, narrow, okay? So you can watch me first if you like, but first stabilize. So 3, 3, come down and down. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Drop the board. Drop. 2 more here. Last one. And then we're going to stay up there. And we're just going to go side to side, shift, shift. And then when you're ready, let's find that center balance. Here we go. Tucking that pelvis under, breathing deeply here. A little more focus on those inner thighs. Use your breath, chest up. Retract that chin inward. Can you hold that center a little longer? And then step and tap. Just release it out. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Drop that board. Now step behind the 2 and the 2. Rock side to side. You can bend your knees a little bit more with this one. And then when you're feeling ready again, let's find that center. How fast can you find it? Holding. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a 2-count squat, okay? But first find that center, and then when you can, push your hips back. Then we're going to go 1, 2, grip, stand up. Press, press deeper, grip the glutes, come on up. Again, if you need to modify it, that's okay. You know, just do the partial squat. Or just keep trying to find your center balance. Whatever level you're at is completely okay. It's your journey. Press. Grip those glutes. Are those hips coming back? Are you pushing the weight into your feet? Are you able to find that center with the board? This is the most challenging exercise here, but such a great one, such an important one to strengthen the major muscle groups of your lower body, to help strengthen your low back and your knees. That's why proper form is so important. Now we're going to hold it at the bottom, and we're just going to rock side to side, holding it, but don't cave that back. Keep that straight spine. If it's bothering your knees, please come on up. And then find that center. Ooh, it's burning, burning, burning. Bring it up, squeeze the tush. Whew. Okay. I really, really, really felt that. How about you? 4, yes. 2, and 1. Then hold it to the side. Step it together. Then step down and down. Now what we're going to do is step, lift, down. Step, lift, step down, step, lift. Use that outer thigh. I know you can't see my whole body here. Lead with the heel of that foot, step down on the floor, and then you just join the other foot when you step down. 4, 3. Really working that abductor. Last one here. Then step up and step up. Now hopefully you have your short bands attached. Sorry, I should have said that from the beginning. Unhook. Don't worry if you miss it. I'm going to give you a few beats here. I've got the shorter bands attached, and I'm just going to go into my front raise here. Exhale up. And then place it back on the handle, and we're going to go back into that lift, step down. Lift, step down. You can put both hands on this pole or one on each. It's up to you. Sorry, Barney. He won't move, so I'm kind of avoiding kicking him. Remember, again, it doesn't matter how high that leg goes. Just lead with the heel of the foot. Keep that board down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then step up and step up. Tuck that pelvis under. Drop those shoulders. Unhook. Lock the elbow in, angle it out slightly, and go into your biceps curl. Keep that wrist fixed. Tighten your glutes. Use your breath. You can go slow or you can go a little faster if you like, but don't let that elbow leave your body. Stabilize it. How are you doing? For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it at the top. Release it slowly and then step to the 2 and the 2. Rock side to side. And then step tap, just tap the calf muscle. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1, then step to the other side and both feet together. Right to the edge of that board. Now lift, step down and down. Step up, lift, down and down. I kind of prefer to put both hands here, but it's up to you. The main thing is that leg comes directly out to the side. The heel is up, so that foot is parallel to the floor. The focus is on your outer thigh. So take your time here. Use your breath for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Then step up, step up. Again, we're going to unhook, knees bent. Tuck that pelvis under. Here we go. Front raise, slight bend in that elbow. Exhale up. 2 more times. And then anchor it, and we're going to go into another set. Lift, step, and step down. Step up, lift, step down, and down. So again, I apologize Friday for my audio going out. That was no fun. Are you getting stronger here? How's that range of motion? For 4, and 3, 2, last time here. And then step up and step up. Again, tuck that pelvis under, knees stay bent, tighten your glutes, lock that elbow in, biceps. Exhale as you exert your energy, so exhale as you lift. Is this getting too easy for you? If the yellow band is too easy, you know it's time, as we say, to move up to the next level, right? Just really focus on your biceps here. Use your breath. For 4, 3, and 2. Last one, let's hold it at the top. And release and anchor away, step wide, rock side to side. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1, drop the board, step it back, step it back. Now get a quick drink of water. And we're going to do our diagonal step with a knee up. So we're going to step behind the 2. So it's going to be knee up, step down and down, knee up, step down and down. So you're going at your own pace here. Stay nice and tall so that chest stays lifted. And we're just going to do one more on each side, and then we're going to go into repeaters. How are you doing? Okay, we're going to hold it here. And repeat, step down, repeat, step, lift. We're going to do 4 more of these. Last one, let's hold it at the top. Step it down. Step it down. We're going to go into repeaters on the other side. Lift, tap, lift. Four more. One more time here. Step it down, step it down, step it out. Now we're going to step and curl. So first plant those heels. Let's step up, curl, down, and down. You're stepping up to that center line. Step, curl. Keep that center balance on the board. I am pitching my body slightly forward here. And just think about your hamstrings. Just getting your heart rate up a little bit here. But you can slow it way, way down if you need to. One more on each side, and then we're going to do those repeaters, okay? Are you ready? Now we are going to try to keep that board center when we do our repeaters. Drop your shoulders. I'm struggling a little bit to keep that center. Just forcing me to work on my inner focus a little bit more. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it at the top, and let's try to hold that center balance. Get that board center. Are you with me? And release it down and step down. Now let's go back into the alternating curls just to work it out a little bit. Use your breath. Remember, we're not grabbing those poles so tight that we're holding tension in our shoulders. Just use your breath. You ready to do the other side? Okay, let's do it. Step up, curl, repeat. Keep those abs in. Use your breath. How are you doing? For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it up. Find that center, holding, breathing, thinking about those pressure points in your feet. And then release it down. Feet a little wider. Hamstring curls. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Side step it here. And then let's step it out. Get a quick drink of water if you need to. I know I do. And we are going to do the one-arm row. So what we're going to do is step right behind the number 2 at a diagonal and step back with the other leg. Now make sure both toes are pointing straight ahead. Then unhook the band. If it's too easy, choke up on the band. Keep those shoulders square to the floor. Here we go. Exhale up. Really squeezing into your upper back here. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it at the top and then release it. Now grab it, palm down, bring the elbow up, shoulder height, and try to go into that triceps kickback. Extend. This is challenging because we don't have a lot of stretch on the band. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, then hook it up. Then step it down and we're going to switch to the other side. So step up, push that back heel into the floor, unhook, square those shoulders. Choke up on the band if you need to. Here we go. Row. Keep that elbow close to your body. And use your breath. How are you doing? Okay, we're doing 4 more. 1, exhale up. 2, 3, last one. Let's hold it at the top and release. Now we're going to go into that triceps. Bring the elbow up, shoulder height. If you can, kick it up. Don't worry if you can't do this. Just go through the motion without the band. This is very challenging. For 4, 3, 2, last one, and hook it back on. Okay, step off. Let's release those legs. How are you doing? Feeling good? Feeling energized? For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Side step it here. And now we're going to go into our step in place. And then we are going to step up behind the 1 and the 1. Okay, so plant those heels down. Step up. Step up. Side to side. Just shift those hips. Keep those knees soft. And then find that center. Here we go. Then push your hips back. Are you ready for that squat? 2 count squat. Here we go. 1, 2, grip, stand up, press, press. This is hard. It's really hard to keep the board center. Just do the best you can. And remember, you don't have to do the squat if you don't want to, or you can just do the partial squat. It's up to you. No matter what you're doing, you're stabilizing. Okay? You're improving your balance and agility. And your stability, of course. So that's the goal. And we're going to do 2 more of these, halfway, all the way. Halfway up, all the way up. And now we're going to hold it down, holding the squat, shift side to side. I'm telling you, I can't speak today. My thighs are burning, my buns are burning. Now hold it center. Woo! Pull it up, pull it up. Squeeze the tush. Step a little wider, 2 and 2, rock side to side. How did you do with that? Now step and tap. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to step the right foot behind 1 and the left behind the 3. And we are going to first rock side to side. So this transfer of weight is just going to challenge you a little bit more when we try to find that center balance, okay? But let's try to do it now. Tuck that pelvis under. I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve it, but I am going to try. And I find that the more I bend my knees, the more I'm able to hit that center. And I am thinking about my pressure points in my feet, and my abdominals are engaged. Boy, that's working your legs like crazy, isn't it? And this is what I'm talking about that comment. This isn't destroying your knees. This is strengthening your knees. This is what we need. This is what we want. Okay, now we're going to hold it at the bottom. We're going to step up behind the 2. And now we're going to try to find that center in this position. So drop those shoulders. Are you ready? Let's try to do it. Okay, this is much easier, but still a challenge. It just takes a little bit more of that brain-body connection, working those stabilizers, using your breath. This is where that ankle strength and really comes into play too. Whew. Okay, how did you do with that? Now step behind the one-on-one again. We're just going to shift and shift. Do a nice little hip action here. What do you think, Barney? He's like, I don't know and I don't care. Okay, drop the board. Step behind the 3. Side to side first. Okay, you know this is going to be the challenging one because I'm having a hard time just rocking side to side. How about you? Okay, here we go. You ready? I'm going to try my best to do it. Boy, you know what? I have to put all my weight really into the standing leg here. So hardly any of my weight is in that right leg. I'm really thinking about my foot here, evenly distributing that weight. Also, my glutes are tight, but I'm not shrugging my shoulders with tension here. Whew. Wow, okay, that's awesome. How did you do with this? Rock side to side. Feeling good, feeling strong. For a Monday morning, not too shabby, right? And now we are gonna drop the board, step behind the 2, side to side. You know, this is the first time I'm trying this myself. I've seen Dan do it so many times about this different weight distribution, and now I know why he does it. It just challenges you on a different level, that's all. Okay, here we go. Let's try to find that center. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Don't grip those poles too hard. Tighten your glutes. Breathing. And then rock side to side. How did you do with that side? Step behind the one-on-one, shift it back and forth. And then just stay center and just kind of march it out, but you are trying to keep it center and you're pushing your heel down. I'm not doing a very good job, but I'm trying. It's like you're jogging in place, but you know what? I'm not able to find the center. Are you? Okay, I can't help it. I'm trying. Okay, now let's hold it center. And we're going to go into our calf raise and toe raise here. So first, make sure you're stable. Are you stable? I'm kind of stable. Okay, here we go. Lift, then lift your toes. Come up into that calf raise. Lift your toes. Okay, my head's not getting quite cut off. Good. Are you able to keep the board center when you go into that calf raise? I can sometimes. If I focus, I can do it. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it at the top. Find that center. And if you want, you do not have to. If you want to try to take one hand off, if you do this, make sure you're confident. Grip those glutes. Okay, that's all I got. Not too bad. Step down. Step a little wider and just step and release, step and release. This always feels so good, doesn't it? For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Then drop that board, step it down, open the feet a little wider, hamstring curls, keep that board center. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, side step it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, then march it out. Get a quick drink of water. Okay. And come up on the board and just stand wide here. And then just reach and reach. Think about your feet. Are you pressing your weight into your feet? Get a nice side stretch. I saw Kathy doing this in one of her classes and I thought, oh, that looks lovely. Let me try that. It's so great because even though we all have our own styles, you know, we all learn from each other, you know. I especially learn from them. Let's just set the record straight, but still, 2 more. And then we're gonna switch. Keep those knees nice and bent. It's really working that side body. Extend through those fingertips. And then bring it back to the center. Bring your toes even more center. Find that center. Tuck that pelvis under. Pick that focal point. Drop the shoulders. And then push your hips back, go into your last squat, hold, breathing deeply. And then bring it up slowly, squeeze the tush. And then rock side to side. And again, let's just do that side reach. Four more times here. Extend. Get that elbow next to your ear if you can. And switch. See, I liked it so much, I got to do it again. And one more here. And then drop the board. Now turn it to the side. And we're just going to step back with the left, forward with the right. And I do want you to drop the board forward And then I want you to bend the back leg, come up on the ball of that back foot, and just press hips forward slightly. You can do the same stretch on the floor if you rather. And then come on up with a straight leg and just hinge from the waist to a flat back position. And you should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings here. And then release that other arm. Just do some pendulum swings. Again, you can do the same exact stretch on the floor if you want to. It's fine. Just release that shoulder capsule. Keep your head neutral so your neck is nice and long. 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Bring it up. Step forward, drop the board, step down, and then we are going to switch. So step forward. Now come up on the ball of that back foot. Bend the back leg. Then push your hips forward slightly and breathe into this stretch. And then straighten both legs and drop the board and hinge from the waist to a flat back position, and then release the other arm, pendulum swings. Just release, release. Four, 3, 2, and 1. And then stand up slowly, drop the board, and step down. And we are going to go into some more stretches here. So let's go into our low back stretch. Hands on top of the poles. Bend the knees. Hinge forward to that flat back position and hold and breathe. When I'm in this position, I'm actually looking at the 60 Up logo on the board. So when you inhale, think about your belly expanding. And when you exhale, think about drawing your belly in. And then slowly bringing it up. And then stepping forward. And then we're going to go into our quadriceps stretch. So bring that knee up. Grab your ankle if you can. Glue those knees together. Tuck that pelvis under. And breathe. You can use the chair if you like. Or you can test your balance again. But you don't have to because the work is done for the day. And then step it all the way back and push that heel into the floor. Lean into it for your calf stretch. And then slowly bringing it up. Step it to the other side. Grab your ankle. Knees on the same level. Press those hips forward. And just send that breath into your quadriceps. And then step it all the way back and breathe into your calf muscles. If you don't feel it in your calf muscle, just bring your leg further back. But do make sure that heel is pressing into the floor and that your toes are both pointing straight ahead. And then slowly bringing it up. Let's stretch out our shoulder. And release. And stretch out your other shoulder. And release. Hands behind your head. Push your elbows back and hold this. And release. And good work. I'm going to come on over. Let me know how you did today. Starting the week off right. Oh, Ildi, I'm so glad you liked it. I know. Barney's totally my focal point, always. Hi, Ken. Hi, Craig. Hi, Mary and Nancy. I'm glad you did good. If it's nice where you are, I always encourage you to get out for a nice walk. You know, it's always good to get outdoors and get some fresh air and just go for a nice long walk if you can. And, you know, just make the most of your day. And, of course, have a wonderful week. And I will jump back in and see what comments I might have missed. Okay, I'm glad you liked it, Daresha. You guys, you're the best. I really wish I could see you, give you a big hug. And just stay safe. Again, stay healthy, stay positive, stay strong. You're doing great. And I'll look forward to seeing you on Friday. Bye, everybody.